Hey guys, Digital77 here, and I'm back with another UK deck profile. I just recently went to the YCS in Columbus, Ohio, and I got top 32. I used Trickstar Sky Striker, and this is my deck profile. Let's get right into it. So for Trickstar Engine, I played 3 Candina, pretty standard. Nothing really need to explain there. 2 Lycris. I've seen some lists play 2 of it, but I prefer 3. Just because it's a great top deck in case you have a Reincarnation, Candina Engrave, or you just need your Search Reincarnation for a Golden Lock combo, but you don't have a way to get Candina back. Straight card out of 3, great top deck most of the time. Plus you can set up different combos having 3 Lycris, burn for tons of damage. Moonlight Bell, pretty standard, nothing really need to explain there. For hand traps, I'm playing 12 hand traps. Playing 3 Ash Blossom. Personally, my favorite hand trap the format right now, just because it hurts engage, hits a couple things Goki, personally like it. 2 Ghost Ogre, useful against multi-roll, and Goki if they know the field spell up, it's pretty useful. 2 Ghost Reaper, mainly used for Sky Striker and Remat, well, against Pure Sky Striker, and against Goki for Isolde. 3 DD Crow. Didn't like it that much against Sky Striker, didn't help that much, but I loved it against Goki. Right card. 2 Jewel Unlock Bird. It's Trickstar, you need to play at least a couple of this card. For the loops. So for the monsters, the spells. 3 Light Stage, shouldn't need to explain this, or 2 Terraforming. Playing 2 Scapegoat. Honestly, with how much back removal there is right now, I wasn't a huge fan of this card. It just felt like my tokens never survived the turn, so it felt kind of dead most of the time. Because Scapegoat would always be destroyed, and then the monsters would be destroyed, just ended up not helping them much. 3 Engage. That should be pretty self-explanatory for the engages. I have 4 targets. 1 Horror Drones, 1 Widowmaker, 1 Afterburners, and 1 Gymwaves. My favorite for these was definitely the Widowmaker, because you could steal your opponent's monsters. Mostly steal the Sky Striker, link monsters, and link into your Kagari, get back the Widowmaker, get back Engage if you need it. If you have any targets left in deck, it's a great card overall. Personally, my favorite out of any of the 4 targets. Next, 2 Call by the Grave. Any deck should be playing this right now, honestly. I wouldn't play a deck without just because hand traps are so prevalent. It's amazing. And it hurts so many different decks, too. Hits Ray, hits stuff from Goki in the Grave if you go first. Wouldn't play a deck without it. 2 Mind Control. This is just for stealing Sky Striker monsters and linking into it, kind of like Widowmaker. Wasn't super useful against the Goki matchup. I don't think I ever actually was useful. But I just have 2 more hand traps if the Goki matchup going second. That's for the spells. For the traps, I'm only playing 3. I am playing just 3 Trickstar Reincarnation. Pretty self-explanatory. Shouldn't need to explain the 3 Trickstar Reincarnations here. For the extra deck, I am playing 1 Link Rebo and 1 Link Spider for the Scapegoat plays. If you can resolve it and keep the tokens on the field. Most important Link monsters in the extra deck right now. 1 Hayate, 2 Kagari, and then the 1 Shizuku. Great for even just remove. Even if you don't have anything engraved, you can just, or anything, you can just steal their opponent's monster, the Skyster link into this, and prevent them from getting the Ray effect going off engraved. There's great cards overall. I definitely wouldn't play less than 2 Kagari even in non-pure builds. Great for recursion, stealing opponent's monster, linking into it, getting stuff back, and the Widowmaker back. Great card. 1 Clock Taker. This is up to you if you want to play this or not. It didn't help that too much, but it was extra card I needed. I needed 1 more card from extra deck, so I just played 1 Clock Taker. 1 Cerberus, 1 Phoenix, and 1 Unicorn. Just Nightmare stuff. Pretty standard. I wouldn't play a deck without them right now if you can. Do link plays. 1 Hotline. I actually loved this card during the weekend. I summoned it quite a few times. It helped me so many times. I love this thing. It's definitely a lot more useful now that Horn Drones is at once. You don't only link plays with that and Skyblast along with Goblin. It's so much more useful, and I absolutely love this card. Probably my favorite card in the extra deck outside of the Sky Striker stuff. 1 Boral Lord and 1 Boral Load and 1 Boral Sword. didn't. I don't think I summoned Boral sort of once the entire weekend, but Boral I summoned a couple times. It's pretty useful, but I've summoned him more before. Definitely not too much now, considering Table hardly survived the turn. And for repeat targets, just one Macabre and one Isolde. I only faced invoked once the entire tournament, and I didn't need it for that, didn't draw it. And then Isolde, I think, reapered once, almost reapered twice, but then it got called by the grave, so that's unfortunate, but it happens. I don't even know if I play Macabre right now in the extra deck unless you're going to like a smaller tournament where Evokes can be pretty prevalent in like in the early rounds. Not a huge fan of Invoke for this format, just doesn't seem that great. 2-Bell. I would have main decked this, but for some testing, realizing there just wasn't that much that this card hit. I decided to just side deck it, but I think it was Ogres in there in Synthetic recently. Well, before. Just playing one extra, all the hand drops, and not playing 3 of in the main deck. So 1 draw, 1 Reaper, and 1 Ogre for the same reasons that are in the main deck. Oh, this is a lot of back removal. So 2 Cosmic, 2 Hatronade, and 3 Twisters. Different situations. I did mostly just use this. Going first against Altergeist, going second against Sky Striker. Use this against going first against Sky Striker, maybe, and going first against Altergeist. Against Altergeist, just in all of this. Against Trickstar, definitely just put us into the main deck for going first. Going Twisters going second. Hatronade probably just going second against. If you face Paleo, Hatronade is great, but if against Sky Striker going second also, it's pretty good. And then finally, just 3 evenly matched. Pretty self-explanatory, just board wipe card. So for the side deck, for my actual matchups, I actually got game rounds 1 and 2 for free because I was a VIP for the event, so I didn't need to actually play those rounds. Round 3 I faced Invoked, Mech Knight, Sky Striker. I won 2-0. Wasn't super difficult. Just not a deck I'm worried about right now when playing this deck. It's not super difficult for this deck to deal with. After that I faced Cyber Dragons. The deck is a lot more scary. I definitely did not think it through enough facing the matchup. Definitely a lot scarier. The deck deserves more respect than I've been giving it recently. Great deck. Really fun to play against. Guy was really nice. Really enjoyable matchup overall. Then I ended up winning on 2-1 in the end. Round 5 ended up facing Sky Striker up here. I ended up working pretty badly both games. In game 1 I didn't see any Sky Striker stuff. In game 2 I didn't see any Trickster stuff. Has happened before. Hurts usually loses games. They don't open up both engines. Unfortunate, but happens. And then round 6 I ended up facing pure Trickstar. Got bricked pretty badly both games. So it was pretty free for the most part. He bricked really badly. Mostly just set and pass and summoning monsters in his first turn both times. Round, I think it was 7, faced Goki Gumbler, loop, 1-2-1. Game 1 just got looped for 4. Game 2 I ended up went first, standard beat him down, did all the stuff, reincarnation, I think I reincarnation draw looped him after he searched something. And the game 3 was really weird. He ended up starting with just Goki, Super X, and the field spell. Because I ended up drawing after he was dragged down to the grave, but I ended up having double draw. And he's at the DD card advance, I ended up drawing him. I turned into lower draws at all. I ended up seeing all 3 draw. I made consider my first turn. Nothing in, tapped a light stage, got the reincarnation off of Candina when I searched Candina, and also searched reincarnation, set it. Pass, because I can't run over Super X, and I'm letting him get the search. He draws like he's another drag down to the grave. I reveal my hand, he sees that I have the double draw. Discards one of them, he draws, I discard a Stratos out of his hand, and then I reincarnation draw log him, so he only has the Super X and the field spell on the field. Just passes, and I think I just win from there. Round 8, I actually won the die roll for this one. I've actually won 3 out of my 12 die rolls. Pretty bad, but it happens. Unfortunately, it just happened at the YCS. But I ended up winning 2-0. Round 9, I faced Sky Striker, Pure Sky Striker, 1-2-0. Game 2, I ended up actually double reapering him, so he ended up having to play the game without Shizuku or Kagari, so he had to play the entire game with just Hiyate. Played it out really well, but I ended up winning in the end. Day 2, I ended up facing round 10, I ended up facing Sky Striker, win 2-0. opened amazing both games. Round 11 ended up drawing versus Goki. Round 12 ended up losing 1-2 to Sky Striker. Ended up just seeing a bad hand game 3. Didn't really matter at that point though because I was already X1-1, so I was guaranteed top it either way. Not guaranteed top because a couple of X2-1s didn't make it, but I had a decent tiebreaker since I tied in round 11 and lost in round 12, so I think I was pretty sure I was making it. And it ended up making top 64, ended up getting 39th place, so that's pretty nice. Top 64 ended up facing Altergeist and 1-2-0, and then I ended up facing Goki in top 38, not top 38, top 32. Ended up losing, lost the die roll, didn't opening hand traps game 1, got looped. Game 3 only saw one hand trap, and of course, got looped. It was DD Crow. He then lushed out of the grave, but he ended up still making a full field. That was unfortunate. Maybe one at a time, had no cards left in hand, just ended up scooping. But still, my top 32 got my invite and got this play amount, so that's pretty nice. It ended up a pretty good experience overall. First YCS top 2. I know I haven't posted in almost 2 years, but I'm hopefully going to be making more videos soon, doing some more local deck profiles from just fun decks I've used on Thursdays. Upcoming soon. Hopefully be able to post at least once a week. Well, I think that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a like, maybe subscribe, leave a comment. If you would like to see any particular deck list, well, any particular deck for me to use, just something fun, I can see about getting it together. If it's something that interests me, I'm open to suggestions. Right now I'm thinking possibly something like Spiral for Thursday. Well, Thursday, just a normal local event. Nothing too competitive, just something fun to play. Like Ultimate Illusion deck list with links, because I haven't done that yet. On YouTube anyways. I don't know if rambling, I can get to this more later in the comment section or just the description. Thank you for watching. Speedrunner 77. I'll see you later.